I'm Ken Holloway and I'm your golf coach buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, it's Masters Week and I'm excited to share this video with you because we're bringing out a new tool that's going to help you improve your golf game. It's called Setting the Bar and you're going to love it because it's effective, it's easy to use, and it's completely free. Now, when it comes to golf, it's easy to get lost in a sea of statistics. You may not know which are the right statistics to keep track of, and even if you did, you probably don't know what the right levels are for your golf game. Now, you can raise the bar or you can lower the bar, but first you have to set the bar, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's have our first look. I'm setting the bar for golfers who want to break 90, start shooting rounds in the 80s, and eventually improve their game enough to break 80. If that sounds like you, then pay close attention to the numbers I'm about to share with you. If you hit your numbers, you get a beautiful green check mark. And if you miss, you get a big fat red X. From now on, the goal of every round is to get all 7 green check marks. That would be sweet, and here's what it takes. Okay, starting at the top of the list, we want to focus on driving. Now, if you want to play good golf and do it consistently, it's absolutely imperative that you get your ball into play. So it may feel good to hit it far, but it's not going to do you any good if you knock it into the woods, into the water, out of bounds, or over in the middle of the next fairway. You want to keep the ball in play. So focusing on distance, for men, we're looking for an average driving distance of 225 to 250 yards. And for women, we're looking for an average distance of 170 to 190. Some will be less, some will be more, but that's the average distance that we're looking for. And when it comes to accuracy, we want to hit at least 50% of our fairways. So in a typical round of golf, if you have 14 drives, you want to hit at least 7 of the fairways. So here's a few pointers that will help you with your driving statistics. First of all, you want to be sure to aim away from trouble and otherwise aim to the middle of the fairway. Next, you want to hit even controlled swings and don't try to kill it. Although you want to hit it hard, you want to focus on good square contact and hitting the sweet spot. And last, you want to be sure to finish in balance. If you're able to follow those pointers, they'll help you improve your driving statistics. Okay, the next item on the list is a small one, but it's important, and we're talking about shots from the fairway. So this is usually on par 5s, where you're already lying in the fairway and you're too far away from the green to go for it, so you've decided to lay up. You'll usually be hitting a fairway wood, a long iron, or maybe a hybrid. Now, if you envision the shot and you hit most of the shots the way you envisioned it, then give yourself a green check mark. And remember, anytime that you decide you're going to lay up, be sure to actually lay up. Next on the list is greens in regulation. In a full round of golf, you get 18 approach shots, and we're going to set our standard at 50% effectiveness. So that means out of 18 holes, you want to make at least 9 greens in regulation. More would be better, of course. Now, when it comes to aim, you want to forget the flag, aim for the center of the green with a bias away from trouble. And when it comes to distance, you want to be sure to take enough club. Most golfers come up short, and you don't want to make that same dumb mistake. So it's important to know how far your distance and carry is for all of your irons and wedges. Our next category refers to when you miss the green in regulation and you find yourself somewhere in the vicinity of the green. So it goes by different names, like calling it up and down, or a par save, or turning 3 into 2. And once again, our standard is set at 50%, and that's actually pretty high for amateur golfers. Now, the first goal of golf is to never hit 2 bad shots in a row, and the second goal is you don't want to follow a bad shot with a bad decision. So you want to do everything you can to save par, but you also want to protect bogey, and we want to do everything we can to avoid doubles and triples. So in order to get this green check mark, you're going to have a pretty good short game, and that means you have to practice your bunker shots, your chip shots, and your pitch shots. Now, most people don't like to practice the short game, so the best thing to do is figure out a way to make it fun. I recommend that you practice with a buddy and make a game out of it. Our last performance statistic is going to be on putting, the great game within the game. Odds are either you love it or you hate it. So our standard is going to be an average of 32 putts per round. Some days you'll have less, some you'll have more. So any day that you have 32 putts or less, be sure to give yourself a green check mark. Now, if you're not already a putting wizard and you want to be sure to check out our website, golfcoachbuddy.com. We offer a putting masterclass that'll totally transform your game in one day. The next check mark up for grabs is for the management game. So we want to consider things like study the course in advance and be prepared, especially in terms of strategy and gear. You want to be sure to arrive early so that you can get in an effective warm-up. You want to use good strategy and make smart decisions all the way around the golf course. You need to know when to go for it and when to play conservatively. And you need to know your distances so that you can set yourself up for success. You want to be able to make adjustments to your game on the fly as needed. And last, you want to be sure to play with confidence, consistency, and control. Now, this is not an exhaustive list, but it's more like a highlight list. So if you find that you're able to do most of these things most of your round, be sure to give yourself a check mark. The last check mark up for grabs is for the mental game. So we want to focus on things like staying in the present moment. That means you're not dwelling on the past, you're not worried about what's going to happen in the future, but you're staying in the present moment right now so that you're able to focus on the shot at hand. You want to focus on the process of making the shot, and you're not worried about the outcome of the shot. You want to be sure to religiously follow your pre-shot routines and your post-shot routines. You want to always keep a positive frame of mind, especially as it regards keeping positive self-talk, maintaining a positive attitude, and expecting good things to happen. You want to be able to let go of anger quickly and shake it off, and you want to be able to rise to the challenge of playing under pressure. So once again, this is not an exhaustive list, but it's more like a highlight list. And if you're able to do most of these things most of the round, then be sure to give yourself a check mark. I know when it comes to the mental game that most people don't want to work at it or even think about it. I feel the same way myself, so I get it. But the mental game is important, and that's why I developed a hypnosis program that'll help you master the mental game and put the whole thing on autopilot. Now, I made a short video about it, so if you'd like to get more information, I invite you to follow the link above and check it out. So going over the score sheet, you have 7 opportunities to give yourself a big green check mark or a big red X. Be sure to be honest. Now, if you get 4 check marks or more, then that's a good round of golf. If you get 3 or less, it's not your best day, but you could do better next time. And if you get all 7 check marks, you might want to consider going out on tour. You can keep a journal of your check marks over time. That way it'll help you keep track of what your strong suits are and what your weakest areas are. That way when you're ready to make improvement, you'll know where to get the best results with the least amount of time and trouble. So when you're ready to make improvement, I'd like to encourage you to hire a golf coach. Now, it doesn't have to be me, but if you'd like to work with me, I do offer a free evaluation, so I encourage you to take advantage of that. While you're there, be sure to check out our website, golfcoachbuddy.com, to download your free copy of the score sheet. It's available right now. As a golf coach, I can tell you that most people don't keep track of any of these statistics, and that might be one of the reasons why most people suck at golf. If you want to make a big improvement in your golf game and start playing with more consistency, confidence, and control, then you should start using a shot tracking service. You could use a service like ShotScope. It's easy, and you should let technology do all the work. Please post your questions and comments below. I read all of them, and I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you enjoy watching the Masters this week, and if you enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like button. I want to wish you success and fun on your golf journey. My name is Ken Holloway, and remember, I'm not just a golf coach, I'm your golf coach buddy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.